Good words are great company. Add as many of them as possible to your life. Hi, and welcome to this podcast, which is about words. I want to thank you for your kind and gracious presence here. I am Anil Annaiah, back with a new episode for you. I believe in words. They have a force and power strong enough to change destinies. Words can give us courage to overcome the gusty winds. Words can give us the strength to swim the rising tides. Words can help us celebrate the power of human kindness. Words can help us fulfill our dream for a better world. Today I bring in a new thought from my book, Wide Canvas, to ponder upon. See envy and anger out of your doors. Please hear it again. See envy and anger out of your doors. Let me now discuss the perspectives that could emerge from these set of words and the potential of this thought in helping us to make life better. This should be your way of life, a way of living inwardly clear. Because here is the truth. What you allow into your space, into your mind, your heart, your spirit, shapes your destiny. And some emotions, no matter how natural they seem, are simply too destructive to be allowed permanent entry. Envy and anger are two such visitors. They don't just visit, they invade into your life. They just don't knock, they often force the door open when left unchecked. So the invitation is clear. See them out of your doors, out of your home, out of your inner sacred positive space. Why do these emotions arise? Let's take envy first. Envy rises when we focus more on what others have than on what we are building. It thrives on comparison, on measuring lives like scorecards. It whispers, why them, not me? Why so easy for them and so hard for me? And slowly, what was once admiration turns into bitterness. What once was just curiosity turns into competition. But envy is never about the other person. It's always a reflection of our own sense of lack. Anger arises when our expectations are disrupted and when we feel disrespected, when control slips from our grip. It can begin from something small, a slight, a delay, a misjudgment, and spiral into something large and burning ferociously. But most of the time, anger isn't about the moment, it's a deeper wound. A past hurt perhaps awakened again. Why must we see them out of the door? Out of your positive mind. It is necessary. It is important because when these emotions stay too long, they don't just disrupt, they destroy lives. Envy corrodes your joy. It makes you blind to your own blessings. You stop seeing your path because your eyes are fixed on someone else's. Anger clouds your judgment. It pushes you to speak or act in ways you later regret. It drains your energy, absolutely drains it. It shortens your peace. And worse, both envy and anger are contagious. They stick on. They affect how you treat others. They change how we walk through life. They make us hard, suspicious, defensive. That's why we must guard the door of our mind to keep it positive, purposeful, and clean. That's why we must say, not today, not here, not again. To see envy and anger out the door means catching them early, sensing it before they take root, naming them, be clear, be honest, identify them early. I feel threatened, I feel overlooked, I'm hurt and reacting. Asking yourself, is this feeling helping me grow? Is it rooted in truth or it's just in fear? Then gently, firmly, closing the door of your mind, you may say out aloud if you'd want, or inwardly, this thought of envy or anger is not welcome. This emotion will not guide my action. I return to my center, to my peace, to my truth. And in doing so, you begin to reclaim your space. In the journey of growing up, through your youth, envy and anger could be frequent visitors. You could see others rise quickly. You feel misunderstood. You wonder why your efforts aren't seen. It's okay to feel these waves, but it's wise to not let them live with you. They're dangerous to share the same habitat with you. You deserve better guests at your inner table, like positive purpose, like good amount of clarity, like lots of patience, like immense amount of gratitude for that has worked out well for you. Build those relationships, and then envy and anger will lose their power. In homes and workplaces, we often find unspoken resentments, competition between siblings, silent frustrations between teams, anger that never got healed. But imagine what changes when even one person decides, I will not feed on this. I will not carry this forward. I will release it at the door. That person becomes a healer of that sacred space, a preserver of harmony, a leader of the unseen. Your mind is a home, your heart is a sacred room. Your spirit is a temple, and you are the guardian of its doors. Let truth enter, let compassion stay, let good feeling, grace visit often. But when envy or anger knock, know when to close the latch, not out of fear, but out of love, for your own well-being. Stand strong, even when the world of envy and anger is stormy. They will visit often. Do remember always, happiness depends not only on what you let in, but also on what you let go, what you let out of the door. Do reflect on my string of words. See envy and anger out of your doors. From my book, Wide Canvas. Find more insights as you place this in everyday life and your interactions or observations. Hope you will connect more dots from here to help you through the journey in life. Thank you for joining me here today. My sincere aspiration is to keep sharing these thoughts with you and hope that these words will find a way to open up fantastic new possibilities in your life. We'll be happy if you could share this podcast and the thoughts with others too. Do come back for the next episode, and till we meet again, bye-bye.